Yo, I need to catch up on my Dragon Ball time. I think I'm on like episode 15 or 16. Um, I don't care about no spoilers or whatever. What have you be it. It's not. I've seen the transformations over 100 times. It's not gonna ruin anything. Not a nerd. Anyways, this is what is Dragon Ball Daima to you?
I didn't have the gall to make a tribute video for the untimely passing of the greatest to ever do it in mangaka Akira Toriyama back in March last year. I just wasn't, and quite frankly still not capable of coming up with a decent script on the fly to do all of that. I also passed on doing one for the 1 year since Toriyama's passing, since this channel was on a break and I didn't feel like I could do anything justice that would be a decent tribute in my best form, let alone it being the channel's first upload in a while. And yes, it still stings that not only is the mangaka gone, but so much time has passed since. But as DAIMA ended not too long ago and Goku Day was yesterday, as you can see with the title of the video, my thoughts on the recently finished show is going to be the nucleus of the video with a few references to the Dragon Ball franchise and Akira Toriyama himself. So, Dragon Ball Daima. What is Dragon Ball Daima to you? I think it was back in 2023 when the first trailer came out. Not gonna lie, I was kinda miffed, but you know how there was gonna be a lot of anime to watch between now and then? Not only that, but also manga and light novels, so it didn't really hit me until after Akira Toriyama's passing, RIP to the greatest of all time, that not only was the show due to release within the year but also sparking zero. I was like, screw it, more Dragon Ball content, and whatever hangups I had for the first trailer release of the show, don't let that kill my mood for the whole franchise. What is Dragon Ball Daima to you? A love letter to the fans, another reminiscent piece of OG Dragon Ball with the Z and Super twist. Not Super twist, but Super twist. You get what I mean. Back in GT, we can all see that the reason behind making Goku a kid again is to rekindle that OG Dragon Ball series feeling. And while that's somewhat thoughtful, it just clearly wasn't thoughtful enough. Daima feels like that aspect's done much better. The major downside to that is effectively cutting the younger generation out. Personally, I feel like it was a missed opportunity, but with most things in life, one change can't satisfy everybody, otherwise at some point, there wouldn't be a need for any more changes, ever. I watched the first 7 or 8 episodes as they were getting released, then I watched the rest in 2 separate binge sessions and caught up. And to be honest, I wasn't giving it my full attention throughout once the plot was pretty much set, as that is Dragon Ball pretty much all over. But when I did pay attention, I certainly liked what I saw. Animation quality was good. I'd have to search really hard for a bad sequence. What is Dragon Ball Daima to you? Another chance for the Vegeta fandom to get shafted again, as while we see Super Saiyan 3, we get to see a new Super Saiyan 4 Goku. And while that sucks for Vegeta fans again, Akira Toriyama explicitly said he does not like Vegeta. So I'm gonna drop that as creators authority rules, which has actually been overruled a number of times throughout the Dragon Ball production timeline, which we'll get into. That Bulma threat to Vegeta though, you know why that's also funny? At some point he's a pure-hearted Saiyan? Whatever, this is non-canon. What is Dragon Ball Daima to you? One of the last, if not the last entry the greatest of all time in Akira Toriyama had input on the universe he created before his untimely passing. And while there's a lot to be said about the ending of the show and or the franchise as a whole, retcons, faults and all, keep in mind, the first Dragon Ball arc, you know, where Goku turns into a great ape, destroying Emperor Pilaf's castle, and when we see Shenron for the first time, is where Toriyama initially planned to finish the series. Then Goku's coming of age story finished along with the 23rd Martial Arts Tournament and the guy coming out as world champion. Then the series slowly turned into Gohan's coming of age story, and Toriyama really wanted to put it to bed after the Cell Saga. And don't even get me started on the executive meddling of that one in particular. We got all of this because Toriyama said yes to the editor's demands for changes and our demands of simply wanting more Dragon Ball. Yes, there is the gag of GT not being canon, but the fact that it went on was because Toriyama had allowed it to happen and even had creative input in the series. He was the one that essentially named it Dragon Ball Grand Tour. So yeah, it is largely argued that anything past the Cell arc is kind of a mess. You could even argue that Daima should be included, but I like to think of Daima as another great addition to a franchise that quite simply had so much support that the OG creator couldn't say no to, almost as if to repay us. When really and truly, we should be thanking Akira Toriyama, his family and his team for helping the former create such a franchise that touched somebody in pretty much every corner of the world. So to whoever is watching this is where I'd usually ask you to leave a like and comment, and you're still welcome to and I'd really appreciate it. But the call to action request this time around, especially to Dragon Ball fans, is to please leave a comment, even if it's just a few words words on what Dragon Ball Daima is to you. Thank you, Akira Toriyama. You are well and truly the greatest of all time. Thank you to everyone that's watching. Take care, have a blessed one, and see ya.
Alright. Thank y'all for watching. I know it's not a long video, but does it have to be? I gotta catch up on Dragon Ball Daima. I'm gonna do it soon. Just wait on me. It's gonna happen. Um. Anyways,